Good morning. This isn't a what's up vlog, so I'm not going to bother with all the introduction, and you might not be interested in this at all, and the quality might be absolutely shocking. All this is I'm trying to set a Strava segment, or create a Strava segment for a little 6-kilometre off-road circuit that I've kind of discovered over the last few weeks, and I'm going to set it as my gritty, muddy, grimy time trial circuit, and a bit of a test bed for any improvements I might make on my own fitness, any changes I make to my bike when I finally get the Planet X bike, and just as a test bed. So it's a really good circuit. It's mainly sand. No, that's wrong. It's about a quarter sand, flat. Then it heads into the woods with a couple of really decent climbs up through mud and gravel, and then back down onto the only bit of paved road, which is only a couple of 100 meters long. Nice quiet road. Back into this section behind me of gravel, and I will start it at this gate that you see in front of me here, right on that little narrow passageway. That'll be the start and end point. So I'm really just looking to set a benchmark, create the Strava segment, and that's all this video is going to be. The quality will be rubbish because I'm going to do it with this GoPro, because there's definitely potential for crashes on this route. With me being a newbie to clipped in on mountain bikes, 28mm tyres on sand, quite a lot could go wrong. But anyway, like I say, this isn't a vlog. This is really for my own personal use as much as anything else. But I'll link the Strava route below if anyone local fancies having a crack at it, and we could make this into a bit of a competition zone. Anyway, switching to GoPro, let's get on with it. And we are go. I'm trying to pick a line that's the best balance of smoothness and firmness, and it seems to be this line right on the edge of where the sand track starts. I suppose, unlike road time trials, this route will be more affected by weather as well. Oh. It's actually rained quite heavily the last couple of days. So some of the sand is a bit more compact, I'm getting sloppy, muddy puddles every so often. Afternoon. Oh, that corner I knew was a potential crash zone. I've nearly lost it a couple of times here before. Well, because the sand is getting really deep. I can't find a way out of it yet. Oh, there we go. And then this bend also, I've crashed twice on this bend coming up. But I think I know the line. It's basically just to cut it diagonally straight across to the other side as I approach it from here. That avoids the deepest sand like that. Then we're good. And that's the sand done. Onto gravel now as we head towards the woods. I'm not going all out on this attempt, by the way. It's just setting a benchmark that I've not had before, because I tend to stop and start to be doing recording and photography as I'm riding around here. So it's the first time I'll have done it one continuous loop. It's amazing. There are loads of variations on this loop, depending on how much climbing you want to do and how far you want to go. But they all they're like nested circles inside each other. And the one I'm doing is kind of the inner circle of about 6 kilometers, because I think it'll be a really good one just to sort of test fitness, etc. Especially when you get to this climb that I'm about to hit. Not this is just a little bump over the quarry conveyor bridge thing. That's always another potential accident spot there. Nearly lost it there a couple of times as well. Yeah, this has got a whole lot muddier since last time I came along here. Whoa, a bit of a slide. This is draining this section. It's actually a bit of an upward drag. It doesn't really look like it, but it just seems to sap your legs until you get around this corner and it starts leveling off a bit. The other reason for filming this, by the way, is it makes it very easy for me to put a stopwatch on it when I get back. I'm not going to do any editing on these videos, just literally put a timer on from the second I cross that little entrance by that gate to the second I come back through it at the end of a lap. Okay, so we're coming up to a tunnel that goes under the M25 motorway. After we've gone up through the woods, we'll go on a bridge over the M25 back the other way, down towards the finish. Now this is where the climbing really starts. Not just because the gradient pitches up, but the surface gets quite a bit looser. Oh man, we've got some trees down as well. Oh, that's slippy. All right, easy gear up here. Oh, back wheel's slipping, got very little grip. Trying to keep my weight over the back wheel without letting the front wheel come up. There's a little bit of respite here. So take this right turn, flattens off, then a little bit of fast downhill before we start climbing again. I took it really easy on that downhill because I'm using rim brakes on wheels that are caked in sloppy, muddy, wet grime now. I don't really trust them or myself. All right, next big climb. I have to start naming these. I haven't really thought of a name for the circuit yet, but I'll do that once I create the Strava segment when I get home. This is actually leads to a road called Gravelly Hill, quite appropriately, in Caterham in Surrey. So maybe the Gravelly GRIME-TRIAL or something like that might be a good name for it, for this circuit. It's levelling off again nicely now. Whew. Obviously pacing will be another big factor in how my times change, improve, whatever. So up there is the bigger loop, which we will not be taking today. And we've got this fast downhill, very bumpy downhill section with cobbles rutting out. So once again I've got a choice of wet sloppy mud, which is a bit smoother, or shaking my fillings out on the bumpy rough stuff that's harder at the side. Oh, this is very loose here. Okay, you can probably hear the motorway again now. So we're coming back round. Okay, onto the M25 overbridge. Coming up to the only part of road, which, like I say, I think only goes on for a couple of 100 metres. It is a nice quiet road, but it's quite skinny, so it's going to be the most cautious section of the ride each lap. So I will not be attacking this part of road at all, just nice gentle roll. As you can see, when cars do come, there's not an awful lot of room, which is why caution is definitely advised. I think this loop might come up slightly short of 6k, looking at my display now. So I'm wondering if a better one might be to take the next circle out, just extending the climbing very slightly. This might be a little bit too short and quick, so I'll have a look. Okay, we're very near the start finish now. Right turn off this road into this gravel lane. Oh, trying to get back in the little rink. Oh, gears are very clogged up. And literally, little left turn here, and we will go back through that gate where we started, and lap done.